Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I have not performed any comedy myself, but I have actually been to see some. So I went to see Jeff Innocent yesterday, and my word, he was funny. Some of you might recall I've actually studied with him. I've done 3 courses with Jeff, actually. And I just think if a tiny, tiny amount of his skill rubs off onto me, I'll be very, very happy. He was so funny. And it's interesting to see the development of that set, really. So he had the same supporting act, because I went to see him in January or February, I think it was, in Birmingham. And he had the same supporting act. That guy's set has really developed. So there was a tiny bit that he'd done before, but much of it was really new and very current. So he was very funny. And then Jeff came on, and I think it has developed, but it's more or less, there's more in there, I think. But everything that he did before, he's still doing. It's a solid show I don't think it's changed a huge amount, but it was very funny, very funny indeed. And he's really, I can't describe it, but he's very noisy motorbike. He's very rude about everyone without being offensive. If that makes sense. He certainly picked on the Northerners, but speaking as part Northern, I find that really offensive. No, I didn't find any of it offensive at all. He's just hilarious. And if you get a chance to see him, I don't know if he's going to do another show. He said on Instagram today that was show 67. That was his final show of the year. So I don't know whether he's going to carry on with the same show, produce a new show, or quite frankly, whether he's going to retire. I don't know. Because he's 68, he was saying. That's how he opened his set. Saying that he's suddenly found fame. After all these years. But there you go, that's comedy. It takes a long time to get anywhere with it, but he was always underestimated as a comedian, in my opinion. But yeah, check him out, he was good. So that was in Leicester Square. So I nipped back into London. I'm back in Kent now. Not much else news really to say, other than the BBC are being very, very naughty. Very naughty indeed. In fact, the BBC and the musical charts are being quite naughty. So the Christmas number 1 is Last Christmas is that by Wham? I think it is by Wham, isn't it? Not George Michael on his own. Well, that's number 1 again. Great song, worthy of being number 1. But it's not really number 1, is it? Because number 1 should have been Freezing This Christmas by Sir Starmer and the Granny Harmers. Because by all accounts, it had the most downloads, it had the most purchases, and yet it didn't make number 1. And not only that, the BBC are refusing to play it, even though they have played an anti-Thatcher song in the past. So I think we've kind of worked out where the BBC sit politically, which I think is really not right, given they are funded by our taxes, essentially. They're funded by the licence fee. So they really shouldn't be biased and taking sides. There you go. That's the life we live in at the moment. Is you cannot say anything about the left, even though they are behaving exceedingly appallingly in political terms at the moment. And you can say what you like about the right, and indeed you can throw a milkshake in their face, because that's the other bit of news, is that somebody, I don't know who she is, no one important, but she had a trial because she threw a milkshake in Nigel Farage's face. And no matter what you think of someone, that's an assault, isn't it? And it shouldn't be allowed. And yeah, she basically got away with it, and she was pretty smug by all accounts. But there you are, Britain today. I don't know what else to say. All in all, a very, very funny weekend. I enjoyed it immensely, and I will speak to you. What are we now? So it's Monday, so Tuesday, Boxing Day. I'll speak to you Boxing Day. Much love and gratitude.